Hello, hi, my name is Ara for the first time, which I never mentioned in my name in my previous videos, so I'm gonna make more of an effort to make sure I do that this time. Yes, my name is Ara. And today we are playing with the Cosmic Brushes Muse palette. It is absolutely stunning, beautiful, a little more on the muted, grungy side. This is the most recent launch from Cosmic Brushes. I picked mine up on launch day and I picked it up with the Serenity palette, which I'm going to be doing in another video. I've got a few new things that I want to play with today, including the new Laura Mercier foundation. So we're just going to get into it. We're just going to start, see how it goes, show you the whole process. And with all that said, let's move on. I'm going to play with the Cosmic Brushes Muse palette. I got this last week before I went to work, and I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. This thing is so beautiful, kind of muted. Absolutely beautiful. I'm not even sure what colors I want to work with today. I think I'm just gonna go towards more of a purpley look, maybe? Purpley pink, just kind of start and see what happens. I'm gonna take my ABH primer, since that one tends to work better with color, and just kind of prep my lids. I'm going to take my Sigma Tapered Blending E35 brush, and I think I'm gonna go into the shade here, Sweet Pea. Yeah. Just kind of build that up on my brush. Just kind of pack it into this outer corner here first and kind of bring it into my crease. And this palette actually has a really nice big mirror to it, so if you wanted to just use the mirror, you could. Maybe I'll do a halo eye. I haven't done a halo eye in a very long time. And I love halo eyes, just not so much on my fat, chunky, heavy hooded lid. But yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. The shade's blending out beautifully. Let's put it here in the inner corner and just go forward with an halo eye, or as some people call it, a spotlight eye. Just kind of build it up. I'm gonna take my Rephr 14 brush, and I think for this next shade, I'm gonna go into the shade Fig, maybe? Is that what I wanna do? Just kind of build up some of that depth. Ooh, very pretty. Usually when I do a bold, colorful eye, I like to start with my eyes first, because if there's any fallout, anything to clean up, it's a lot easier to do it without all of my face on. I'm just gonna kind of swirl it around out here in this outer corner. Kind of get all of that product off. Take that same brush, dip into a little bit more, and kind of build it up here on the inside corner. Just the same thing. There we go. Bring it up a little bit above my crease. If you've got hooded eyes, try to go a little bit above your crease so that it makes your eye look a little bit bigger and the color's not lost when you open your eyes. Everybody with hooded eyes knows that feeling. Ooh, so pretty. Oh, this is just pretty, pretty. All right, I want to bring that up just a little bit more. Kind of swirl my brush around with my eye open so that I can see just how much color I need to bring in above my crease. There we go. Not bad. And just keep blending, and we're gonna go back to that original brush. Take that same shade, just lightly tap into that shade there. Oh, I'm looking rough today. Let's kind of blend out that edges a bit. Those edges. There we go. A little bit better, and we'll just keep building up as we go. Okay, rub that off a bit. Pick up just a touch more. Kind of go around the inner edges here. Very lightly brushing. The trick is to use light brushing motions for your chunky hooded eyes. I'm just going to take some more of that same Fig shade and just kind of keep bringing it up a bit. I like my spotlight eyes to look a little larger than most people. Kind of bring it up towards the eyebrow and pull it out. Do the sweeping motion outwards. There we go. Kind of go back into Sweet Pea on this side here. Just kind of clean it up a bit. Diffuse those edges. These shadows blend so well, and I paid $25 total for this palette. I think it was $25. Yeah. And this is a UK indie brand, Cosmic Brushes. I didn't pick up their first round of Serenity palettes, and then every time I tried to pick up their Serenity palette from them last year, I'd always miss the restock. So I got really lucky with their launch for Muse because they restocked Serenity at the same time, and I got both. I'm going to switch brushes here, and I'm going to pick up a very, very fluffy brush. This one is called the Sigma Tapered Blending, the E40 brush. And I'm just going to, ooh, do I want to pick up this shade here? That's pretty light. Maybe. I'm just going to take just a dip, just a small dip into a petal, and just kind of go very gently around those edges. Just kind of bring it out just a little bit more, which I'm probably gonna have to go back into and do again after I do my base makeup, just because things kind of get lost in the mix. Okay, I'm gonna leave that where it's at for now, and I'm gonna come back to it. I wanna play with some of these shimmer shades and just get this spotlight eye moving. So I'm going to swap brushes now. Ooh, what brush do I want to use? I want a dense flat brush, like a packing brush. This is the NYX Glitter Glue. I use this with a lot of shimmer shades, especially with my hooded eyes, so that they don't go anywhere, because things tend to travel on a hooded eye. Bring it up a bit because I want, for one, to control my posture, but I want that sparkle to come up there. Maybe I'll just hang on to that brush actually and go into this darker shade called, where's it at? Amethyst? Or no, yeah, Amethyst, this purple shade here. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit on that brush there and just kind of pack it onto this outside. The outer edges, oh, maybe I'll use the mirror on this palette so I can see. That would help maybe. Ooh, it's a pretty purple. And then we're gonna bring that on the inside corner here. What an incredible purple. I used to shy away from purples because I would wear purple almost every day as a teenager at school. And I got tired of wearing purple. So I tried not to wear purple. I'm gonna swap brushes. This is my Sonia G Builder Pro. This is a natural hair brush, and I'm gonna pick up the shade Whisper here on the bottom. It's a little more sparkly purple. Ooh, goodness. I got dog hair in it. And I'm just gonna kind of pat that over those edges. Whoa. Just kind of bring it to life while my nose is a little bit runny and I feel it kind of dripping. It's terrible. And a little bit more on this side. I'm just gonna flip that brush over and take the opposite side and pick up this beautiful pink shade called Muse. Just kind of tap that there in the center. And that primer should still be sticky enough for it. This is such a good mirror. Oh, picked up a little too much. Maybe, we'll see. Oh, maybe I didn't. I definitely gotta bring up that purple a little bit more though. Whoa. Ooh, that's pretty. Kind of blend it around the edges of that purple that I laid down, which is the secret to a lovely spotlight halo eye, whatever you want to call it. Blend the edges. It's hard to do though when your eye just has all this extra skin and it kind of wants to like move with the brush. Oh yes. And then I like to bring that center shade right up there to the top. That is where we're at so far. And I definitely am gonna have to go back and kind of blend it out a little bit more and clean it up some after my base. Okay, this is where we're at so far. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my face makeup and then come back and finish my eyes after that. I have two new things I want to use today. So this is my very first purchase from Glow Recipe. I've never bought anything from them before, and I know that people love their serums and their spray. And then the other one that I'm going to be using today is the new Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. I got this when it launched last week and it arrived before I went to work, and I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I got mine in the shade 1C1 Cool Vanille. Vanille? Not vanilla, but vanille. Kind of strange. And I'm going to throw on some sunscreen because I've been outside a couple times today and I have not worn my sunscreen and I'm ashamed. I've got the Nivea Sun Water Gel. I love using this stuff under my makeup because it's so thin and you can't even see it. See how it doesn't leave any white residue? Granted, you still need to use quite a bit. No white residue. It blends in entirely. So, can't really tell if it smells like strawberries just because my nose is all plugged up. It's hard to tell. Just kind of rub that in here. All right, moving on to the Laura Mercier. I am actually surprised at the viscosity of this foundation. It is really liquidy. Well, nah, I lied. It's very thin. It's just very thin on the face. Like you wouldn't think so from the pump on the back of your hand, but it's super thin. It's got like a velvety feel to it, which I'm definitely here for. That's only like a half a pump, so maybe I need to use a little bit more. Oops, that's quite a bit on my forehead there. My bad. I am just making a mess. Usually I put it on my little plate. Oh, and I didn't color correct this time. Oh well. I'm going to take my Milk Cosmetics buffer brush. I believe it's a 708. It's just so hard to see it. And just kind of blend it out. Blend, blend, blend. It's just really thin. I don't know if you can tell on camera. Who am I kidding? But it feels so nice and so velvety. super velvety. So I like more of a medium to full buildable coverage foundation. That's just my preference on my face, but I'm not opposed to this. That's showing the way it feels. It's just my CeraVe on my lips. It helps keep my lips soft, especially when the weather is cold and the air is so dry. And it is always so dry. Okay, so that's basically 1.5 pumps on my face. And it looks, I mean, it looks really nice. You're right up there in those crevices on the nose. Kind of building up a little bit weird there on the side of my nose though. I'm not sure if that's the sunscreen or the primer. That's what I get for trying a new foundation with a new primer. This side of the nose looks fine. This side of the nose where it's kind of extra dry or runny. This side of the nose looks like it's kind of caking up a bit. I'm not sure if that's the primer or the foundation, but I've already seen some reviews on this foundation and people love it. But it's sitting fine everywhere else on my face. And it looks great on my forehead wrinkles. I wonder if it's just my serum and my, I don't know. Let me see if I can zoom you in and show you. I don't know if you can see it here on my nose here on this side. It's not doing that on this side, but it is on that side. And if you can hear my mom downstairs. Yeah. Let's try building it up just a little bit. I just want to see if I can build up a thicker, a deeper coverage. I'm gonna take another full pump. Okay. Let's pat it in first. That just looks so bad right here on the side of my nose. And it's just this side. What happened? I mean, it looks great on this side, so. Other than that one spot, everywhere else on my forehead, it looks really good. So I'm just gonna move on. It is what it is. I'm gonna take my DIOR Forever Skin Correct Concealer. I did go ahead and buy the lighter shade because I can't help myself. I'm obsessed with this concealer. I bought 1C, 1CR. Ooh, so pretty. I just get all my little trouble spots. This is my Sigma Perfector F67 brush, and this is my favorite brush for concealer. I'm just gonna pat it out. Pat it out and get in there. I've decided, so I was rewatching my first couple videos. I never introduced myself once in those first 3 videos. And I realized I was trying to fit into this mold for creators that they all seem to do with their intros where they're really happy and they just kind of like do that super happy introduction and welcome. And it felt too scripted when I was doing it. So I'm just gonna do me. I don't want to be scripted. I'm gonna try to keep it up with the introductions, but more relaxed, more fluid. I just felt like I was trying to be like everyone else that I kind of watch, and it's not me. I'm gonna set my under eyes with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish. Probably shouldn't, but I am. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna take my Sonia G Detail Pro. That's my favorite brush for my under eyes. Just do a little bit at a time here. I'm gonna move ahead to bronzer though. So I picked up the M Cosmetics So Soft Terra bronzer stick. So it looks a little bit more cool toned. I don't know if you can kind of tell. Focus. Just kind of, ooh, oh, that was a lot. Oh, that was soft. That was a lot softer than I thought it was. Ship my 5 head. Whoa, that is really soft. I was not expecting that. I should probably be careful. Take a different brush for that, goodness gracious. I'm just gonna use this old Marc Jacobs, the Phase 2 brush, and just kinda help blend that out. Whoa, was not expecting how soft it was. Just kinda got a whole bunch there on my face. Oh, but it's blending easily. There we go. Well, that blends so nicely. That reminds me of my Rare Beauty stick bronzer, but softer. And that one's an amazing bronzer. That's probably the best stick bronzer I own. And this one's right up there with it. And I bought it for the shade though, because it's kind of got that real cool undertone. This is the trick that I use to kind of make my chunky face look a little bit thinner from a little I gained over the last year. Before I do blush, I want to powder the rest of my face and just kind of set this down a bit. And I'm going to take my Huda Easy Bake setting powder. Never lets me down. I have mine in the shade Cherry Blossom. Just kind of powder my face. Try not to use too much though, because I have dry skin. I'm 38. I'm 38 and I have normal to dry skin. The closer it gets to summer and the more I am outside, the less dry my skin feels, and I can get away with different foundations and a little more powder and whatnot. I picked up the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek blushes in the shade I Wish I Wish and Fair Enough. This one is I Wish I Wish on the left, my left hand, and this one is Fair Enough. And what I think I'm gonna do here is start with Fair Enough towards the back of my cheeks and then kind of put I Wish I Wish near the front. And I'm gonna take my Royal & Langnickel BOM 34 brush, just kind of pat that in there and pick up some of it. Probably picked up too, well, no, I did okay. Yay, I did okay. Pick up some of it here. And if you ever pick up too much, buff it out. Which I will definitely be buffing out, so you'll be able to see it. And you have 2 cheeks, so at least everyone that I know has 2 cheeks. So just bring the excess product over here on that side of the face. I feel like when you bring your blush back here towards your temple, it gives you a more youthful appearance. Okay, now I'm gonna take I Wish I Wish. I'm gonna take the Refer 05 brush, just kind of pick it up. It is clean, it's just stained from other blushes. Pick it up on the side of the brush and just kind of pat it around. Ooh, I got a bit more than I thought. It's okay, I'll buff it out. I like it. I'll buff it out. Don't worry. Where is my... There it is. I'm going to take my Huda powder and I'm going to grab my brush. Where is it? I'm going to take my Sonia G Master Face brush. Just pick up some of that powder here on my brush. Just kind of buff around the edges. There we go. I'm actually going to kind of carve out my cheek. I'm going to take a little bit of this powder and just kind of pour it into my cap so I can get it, and take my Sephora powder puff here. There we go. And this is what I mean by carving out your cheek. Boop. Take some of that excess powder off. Just gonna take a flimsy brush here. This is one of my Huda brushes, and I've been calling it a 01 brush. It's actually got a different name. Really need to look up my brushes. I'm gonna use my Kaleidos Contour Trio. Pick up the center shade here. I have the lightest trio. Oh, where's my good brush that I love for this? So I like using my BOM 45 brush and just picking up some of that center shade there. First, carving out the shape with the powder. Oh my gosh, with the way my nose is running, it's gonna run this right off my nose. So maybe I shouldn't even bother. Okay, now I'm gonna go and do my eyebrows off camera and then come back. Okay, my eyebrows are done. Eyebrows are done. I use the Melt Perfectionist brow pen. We're just gonna move on and do that lower lash line. And I gotta say, I'm not entirely sure what I wanna do for that lower lash line. I'm gonna take my Rougher 03. I'm gonna go back into that shade Amethyst, that deep purple. Just pick a bunch up on my brush. And we're just going to bring it down. And I'm just gonna kind of smoke out that lower lash line a bit once I get it looking the way I want it to. Just kind of gonna build it up a little bit here. Oops. Gonna bring it right along the lower lashes there because I'm gonna smoke it out. So this is my E21 smudge from Sigma, and we're just going to smudge it. I'm gonna take that Rougher 03 one more time, pick up Amethyst all over again, and just kind of place that right there on top. I'm gonna go into Sweet Pea, dip a little bit of that, and we're going to place it first, place, and then blend it out. Blend that lower lash line out. Very, very pretty. And I think what I'll do one more time, go back into Amethyst here one last time and just kind of build it up a little bit more. Bring it back to life a little bit. A little bit. There we go. Now, ooh, you know what I should do is line my inner rim. Take that shade Whisper on my Sonia G S1 brush, and I'm gonna bring it right here. And we can clean up any fallout. You don't have to worry about fallout. It can be cleaned. I'm just gonna pack it on that brush. Oh, I should probably spray it though, just to help with the fallout. Take a little bit of that. Spray it, spritz it. Spritz it a little bit. Ooh, how did I not put that back on my powder? Shame on me. And we are just going to bring it all along here. I'm going to take this same Sonia G brush and I'm going to pick up that luster shade here on this side. Here, as I show you for all of half a second. Pick that up and then I'm just going to put it on my inner corner. Like so. Whoa. Just kind of bring it out just a touch because I love a bright inner corner. Okay, I'm finished with the eyes. This is how we're looking. I'm digging it. These are nice lashes from Melt. This is the style Leo. And they're very soft and lightweight, and I like them. So we're just gonna finish off the face, do our lips, and be done. I'm actually gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury spray before I highlight, just because that's what I like to do. I just don't want my face going anywhere. And then I'm just gonna kind of set that in place a bit. So for highlighter today, I'm going to use the Chantecaille. Ooh, my hair is just terrible. Chantecaille Lotus Radiance highlighter. This is the packaging for it. It is beautiful. It's on sale right now. I believe it's on sale for $60. This is the inside. I haven't even touched it or swatched it yet. Focus, please. Thank you. It's beautiful. So I'm just gonna pick it up on a Sonia G mini cheek brush and just kind of place it right around the high points of my cheek. Bring it up a bit, kind of blend it into my shadow because I like the way that looks. And then for the eyes that I didn't mention, I brought that inner corner shade, the shade that I used for the inner corner highlight, around my brow bone there, and just kind of blended that out there. So I'm going to just stick to my Hermes Beige Naturel lipstick just because it's what I want to do. It's easy, want to be done, kind of move on. And lipstick on camera is kind of odd for me, which is really weird because I've got to get so close to the camera. To the mirror, shame on me. Just gonna outline my lips. A little tip that I learned from watching some dermatologists on YouTube is to take something like the CeraVe or the Aquaphor and rub it on your lips at night. And just go fill it in. I mean, and the formula of this lipstick itself in particular surprised me. I think I mentioned it on a previous video. I wasn't expecting it to be so soft. I actually love how this turned out. Isn't it so fab? It's so pretty. My hair, not so much. I gotta learn how to curl it. I love it. This is so beautiful. This formula for the price that I paid is absolutely incredible. I mean, I don't even think I can say that enough. The formula itself for the price that I paid is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I am surprised because I know everybody raved about the Serenity palette in, well, near the end of last year, and I could never get my hands on it, saying that the quality was just so good. But I'm actually shocked by just how good it is. It wasn't just hyped up like I was thinking, oh, they're probably hyping it up a little bit more. No, it's definitely as good as a lot of the influencers were saying. I love it. So tomorrow, I think what I'm gonna do is take my Serenity palette and do a look with my Serenity palette. So the shades that we actually used today, I used 7 shades. I used Luster, this one, Sweet Pea, Muse, Fig, Petal, and Whisper. All 7 shades were absolutely fantastic. Oh wait, and Amethyst, sorry, I can't count. 2, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7. The only one I had a little bit of difficulty with was Amethyst. That one didn't build and like have as much impact as I thought it would have. It was a little more work to get it to build up. But I love it. It turned out great. Everything though, I don't know if it was the primer or the foundation that has caused this fiasco here on my nose. And I'm too lazy to go wash it off and redo the whole thing. I don't have it in me. I don't want to do it. It's too much work. I don't have it in me. I can't. I just can't. But I gotta play with the primer a little bit more. I don't know if it was the primer that caused this little thing with the foundation. Maybe it was. Maybe I just didn't give it enough time to like settle in after my sunscreen. But we'll see. This, other than the eyeshadow, is the M Cosmetics bronzer. This one surprised me so much. I didn't expect this one to be so easy to work with. It blended out so well, so soft. It's very much similar to the Rare Beauty one, and this is $30 and you get 8 grams of product. And I think the Rare Beauty is better price-wise. So if you're in the market for a cream stick bronzer, look at this one. This is the shade Terra. It's a little more cool tone. I know they've got 4 shades total, but I think price-wise, the Rare Beauty one might be a better buy. Overall though, I think I'm gonna play with the Laura Mercier foundation again tomorrow and use that one with a different primer and see if I have the same issues. Hopefully I don't, but it is what it is. So with that being said, this is it. This is the end. Do something for yourself. For yourself. Do something for yourself today because you are worth it.